This may seem really silly considering all the beautiful places I've camped at, but I didn't want to leave Gifford Woods State Park. I don't know. I like state parks. I don't like campgrounds, like public. Okay, I know state parks are public. I don't like a campground where everyone's rolling in with their RVs and everything like that, and it's all crowded and loud. And I like state parks. I just do. They're like comforting to me. In fact, when she took my phone number last night, she was like, "Oh, you're already in here." Hold on, I got like this, and because it was through Reserve America, so obviously I've stayed places. This is pretty. I am going to film it. I don't know. I liked my. Quite lovely. Obviously, I'm leaving the park totally full on water, but. This is really lovely. I'm only like a couple of minutes from my campsite. I have some big waterfalls coming up in, I don't know, soon, a couple miles. I'm getting a late start today, so I wasn't going to come over here and look at this view, but because it's a smidgen off trail, but that's really pretty. Now, let me show you what that really looked like. But I just crouched behind that leaf to cover that camper up. I am Groot. I really want a picture of that flower. I'm gonna get it. I do this little stretch, it's kind of like a tabletop stretch. When my back's hurting or my shoulders are hurting, okay, I'll be standing up. I put my trekking poles out and I lean over and normally I'm not holding my phone and I have both of my arms extended to stretch them out, stretch my back. I usually do that, I don't know, a few times a day. I've already done that a few times this past hour. I don't know. It seemed like a normal resupply box, but when I told my sister that my backpack was really heavy, she's like, yeah, I sent a ton of stuff. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just really heavy. I tried to eat the heaviest thing for dinner last night. So this is Thundering Falls. This is a very, very short blue blaze over here. I don't know. Part of me would love to just see if I could mosey on up there and get a better view, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I'm gonna though. I don't know if those are private homes. That is insane. I cannot imagine that being your view. It's crazy. Very pretty. Just quite honestly not exactly what I was expecting. Not in a bad way, but whatever. Probably won't stay too long. I have a full day ahead of me. I decided that I should mosey a little bit since I'm here, and I'm glad I did. I couldn't even see this part from over there. I have a very tough climb after this, so I'm gonna soak up every step of this right here. I don't know why that wasn't focusing. I don't think I've ever hurdled anything in my life, but I just hurdled that rock and I get it. It's not that tall. But for me, especially with who knows how heavy this backpack is, I tripped on maybe that, who knows. Might have even tripped way back here, I don't know. But I felt myself falling and I just like visualized my knee going into this and I was like, no. So I just kind of like leaped over it. I'll probably feel that later. The bad climb I was referencing after the waterfall is almost 2 miles. Sorry, just almost 2 miles. And the average grade was like close to 800. But this last not little stretch, like I have 0.8 miles left, and the average grade for that 0.8 is over 1,000 feet per mile. That's steep. I'm really struggling. Oh, also at the top of this climb, there's not even any waypoint in far out. So I have no clue what that means. Sadly, it probably means no view, and this is a very tough climb to not have a view. But usually even if there is no view, you'll still have a waypoint. That is killing my calves. And it'll have the energy to fix this, but for some reason my camera, even though I'm in the middle of a recording, is like turning off to battery saver mode after a minute or something. I guess I'm done with that nasty climb. I was right, no view, no nothing, just all of a sudden realized I was going downhill. Wow. It should be illegal for climbs to be that nasty steep and just nothing. Anyway, that took a lot of energy and a lot of time. So water, really bummed, because when I checked this morning from my tent, I was checking water sources. I've been a lot better about that lately. Didn't realize I was on As the Crow Flies because the campsite is like right off the trail. I don't know, I guess I was just enough off it that it wasn't doing actual accurate mileage. It was doing As the Crow Flies. So I thought, there was water source, I thought, in like 4 miles or so into the day. So I was like, oh, that's fine, I'm leaving full. It was not. That was As the Crow Flies. So I would have to look, but it's another like 3 miles from here, and it's already 12:45. So I don't even know. It was probably, 7 or 8 miles or something total. So it's hot. I just had a really tough climb. I have a couple more little climbs, so not as bad as that one, but before I get water, so a little nervous about that. Ignore the power lines, and it's very beautiful. It was calling for rain at 5 and supposed to be clear before then, just after 2 o'clock, and it's rumbling. I don't know. I was gonna check the weather, but I have no service. So, I'm almost to a shelter to get that water. So I'm at least kind of hoping I can get water before the sky lets out. It's a little disappointing. I am seriously almost out of water though. Is anything flowing? Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna keep going 0.6 miles. It's still thundering. 0.6 miles actually says it's a stream, and it had a more recent comment, like I think within the last week or two. That water source, the last comment was from like a month and a half ago or something. So, oh, it's sprinkling. Yay. What in tarnation? Wait, is that me? Is that the trail? Yep. What? Is that the, what? Why wasn't there anything about this on Far Out? I do not want to go down that ladder with my backpack on. But I am. I took a deep breath and remembered that this isn't a big deal. I just don't like going down ladders. But I've done a lot bigger things than this, so down the ladder I go with my backpack. I did throw my trekking poles down. Okay, that was a little ridiculous for me to think that was gonna be scary or anything. That was like the most easy / mild descent I've probably had this whole hike. I think I just let my past fear of going down ladders get in my head, especially since my backpack was so heavy. But anyway, very odd. I should say very odd, but also like very thankful that was there. That would not have even been a scramble. That would have been like a sit on your bottom and slide down. I don't know. Ooh, bug in the air. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I don't know how that would have been navigated otherwise. I'm also thankful it wasn't raining when I had to go down that, because that would have made me nervous too, like it being slippery. The beautiful sound of water. I need this so bad. Okay, icy flow. I'm happy. Looks clear. Yay. This is my water situation. Completely empty. Maybe a drink. And this one is right where my thumb is, so I was saving that one. But that was rationing. Oh, mosquito. Oh. I just doused my face with bug spray and I just got a bug bite on my cheek. Anyway, yeah, it's still thundering pretty good. I was just hoping to at least be able to get my water filtered before it started raining. Almost halfway done. Be really cool if it just didn't rain, but we'll see. Aw, I remember when they were looking for Steady Eddie. I wonder if this is where he was found. That sad. Today's been a kind of tough day, to be honest with you, because at the very beginning of the day I had a really pretty pond lookout with the mountains in the back, and there was a really pretty waterfall. Thankful for that. But then after that, it's been a series of pretty steep climbs, none of which have resulted in a view. It's one thing to have one or two, but I think I just did number 4, and I have this tiny little respite, and I'm fixing to climb again. And I won't know till I get there, but according to the fact that there's no waypoint on Far Out, I'm guessing it's going to be another no reward climb. It's just hard. It might sound like I'm complaining, but y'all, it takes so much energy to do these climbs, especially when it's hot, and to do it and then just nothing. It's like really kind of just like saps the life and energy out of me. Miley, sorry honey, but it's not just about the climb. It is about what's waiting on the other side. That will have to do. I'll take it. All right, these poor girls are holding on for dear life. I have caught, I mean, they're both kind of, well, not kind of, they're both definitely coming apart there, but the left foot, my goodness, I have snatched so many tree roots on that. Like, I really need some duct tape. Ouch. I called the shoe store in Daleville last week about ordering shoes to get sent because she said I could do that. She didn't have any in stock, so just today she called and they came in. So I should have them within, today is Thursday, Wednesday, I don't know. I should have them by like Monday or Tuesday. It's hard because there was a chance of them getting to me by Saturday if she got them out today, but it was a chance, and that's so tricky because I don't want to be stuck. I should be in Hanover on Saturday, but the post office closes at noon, and like if they didn't get there, then I'm stuck there Sunday, you know, and part of the day Monday. So I'm just gonna hope that these can hold on for a few more days, and I'll find some place to have her send them to me for like Monday or Tuesday. I just finished, I think, my 5th tough climb of the day, maybe 6th, I don't know. Here's my view. I'm discouraged. I'm exhausted. Like, literally, even if I was getting views every time, I'd still be exhausted. It's hot. I feel like all I've done is climb all day. Modified my mileage goal yet again. Seems like I've been doing that every single day. So I'm gonna have my 4th Nero in a row. Not what I wanted to do heading into New Hampshire. I'm so discouraged. This isn't really the greatest water source either, but I have no choice. You know, like that looks icky, kind of, that looks icky, kind of, but I know it's just because there's a leaf there that it's flowing, but somehow it makes me feel better. At least it is pretty clear. I'll be good. That last climb I did had a waypoint with a little camera icon, which means there's a view. And it said Lakota Pond Lookout. There was no view. All right. So my tentative plan, that's probably a real plan right now, is to stay at this place called, get this, the Lookout. It is a cabin. I think it's just, I don't think there's anything in it. It's just a enclosed structure. It's technically private. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it's so shaky. Privately owned, but they let AT through hikers stay there. You know, not usually my cup of tea, but originally I was supposed to go further to a shelter. There's absolutely no way that's happening. I am so tanked, and it would be headlamp hiking, and I'm not in the mood. Even getting to this lookout place, I'm really digging deep to try to find energy. There was a place to camp up at the top of that whatever pond lookout that was not a lookout. I just kind of took a deep breath and said, you can keep going. I'm just so tired of all the incredibly low, even getting to the lookout place is still going to be a low mileage day. It's only going to be like 14 something, but this would have been like 12 something. I don't know. Trying to get to Hanover on Friday, and I would rather have a low mileage day on Friday than today. So, yeah, gonna keep pushing and hope that that place that I'm staying actually has views. Maybe it'll just be like the perfect ending to a tough day. All right, that's why it's called the Lookout.
So I got here at 7:30 and there were two other hikers already there and they were asleep. I felt really bad, but it was 7:30, so I just quietly got settled and then took my food onto the roof to eat.
Well, if I want a lookout, I guess I'm facing my ladder issues today. Oh, all that stupid climbing today with no views. It's a thing of the past. Wow. I'm gonna cry. This is pretty cool. I'm not looking forward to going down that ladder, but it's worth it.